Alright, here we are in our run and driving video of our little 95 Buick Century wagon. Got all the lights going, four-way flashers going. It's only got 88,000 original miles, complete one owner. I mean, it's just all original. You can see it just running really nice and smooth. It's super clean. Still got all the original hoses. You know, the remanufactured Jasper transmission. In the exterior video, did not have this. I went to the grocery store to get some waters and some other stuff for the shop, and came out and somebody got me. So I updated the pictures, but the exterior video is going to be the same. And again, the dealer plate in the back's got a nice rubber protection, so it never scratches anything. So you can see all the lights working. It's got that killer flip-up rear seat. So it should be coming up to temp here. Got about a half tank of fuel. Tilt steering works really nice and smooth. Go ahead and turn off the four ways. Go ahead and turn off the brights. The e-brake is on right now, and I'll put it in drive. The door's automatically locked, so keep that note of that. And you can see my foot's off, but the light does stay on, so that little switch down there is probably bad, but it's just a couple dollars. Your rear defroster works. You can turn it off, get your map light that comes on. All original stereo. It's got a tape deck, sounds decent. You know, all the power door locks work. This is for the rear hatch. Power windows are all getting to be a little bit slow, but they do go up and down, and especially if you get some RPMs going. But the passenger window is getting really slow, so I'm not going to try that one out. You know, it's really dry right now, so go ahead and turn the wipers off so they work. But AC blows cold. It's a 134A, the modern refrigerant, but it's not ice cold. So you could probably just get a, you know, like a Dr. AC or a do-it-yourself kit, especially if you're in the real hot temperatures. When you first kick it on, it's the coldest, and then, you know, as you're in traffic and stuff. But if you get the RPMs going, it's cold. You know, it's not just cool, but it is cold, but just not ice cold as it should be. Really quiet drive. I mean, I got a little wear on the steering wheel. See, all the gauges are working, the gauges that you do have. I mean, this thing's got quite a bit of power. I mean, it's got some pick 'em up and scoot. So we're gonna go ahead and do a sharp little right corner here, but you can see this thing is just going arrow straight. I'll go ahead and click on the blinker. You'll see the arrow on the dash come on. You know, this car handles good for what it is. The 95 Buick wagon, you know, doesn't got a lot of body roll. It's nice and tight. The tires have a ton of tread left. You know, it's got a fresh oil change, heater core, coolant, had it aligned, you know, everything like that. And then the previous owner, amazingly, before they had sold it, they did the efforts and put the transmission in there just to make sure that the car stayed on the road and served the next owner well. So that's just kind of medium throttle, you know, and then we'll hammer down here a little bit. Shift's really nice. Got good power, downshift. You know, still got the Buick emblem. You can see it's got nice shiny paint shining back at me. I mean, just, you know, not our normal type of inventory, but, you know, I love oddballs. I love just original anything. I don't care if it's got dents and scratches, old farm truck, to just something like this. Just because, like, with that rear flip-up seat, it's really like the end of an era. I mean, you know, people who see that stuff kind of quickly forget. But I do got the cruise control on. You can see the light comes on. Foot's not on the gas. I'll go ahead and turn it back off. Go ahead and punch it. Nice downshift. Puts you back in your seat. I mean, it climbs, you know, really well. Brakes nice and smooth. You know, doesn't pull, shake, anything like that. I'm on the brakes right now, so I'm going to turn in here. But with that third row seat, it's just killer. You know, you got 3 seat belts up front, 3 seat belts in the bench behind, and then the third row's got 2. So you can put 8 people in this little wagon. If they're brave enough. But this thing would look, you know, I saw one a long time ago, about a year and a half ago at a car show. A guy actually had lowered it down in the rear, and he had surfboards on the top, and he had some 16-inch Detroit steel wheels on it in white, and some old Buick poverty caps, and it looked killer. You know, and that's kind of when I saw this, I was like, oh man, these things are kind of cool. You know, they're not rare. Here's a bunch of potholes. I'm taking you on this road to show you how well it soaks up the bumps. I mean, it couldn't drive any better. Couldn't soak up the bumps any better if it was new. I mean, it is just super tight. You know, these things were made by the hundreds of thousands, so you can't really call them a rare vehicle like a 105, you know, Hemi Cuda or something, but you rarely see them on the road today, so they kind of are rare today, because so many of them were just thrown out, you know, to the wayside. They just weren't maintained. You know, cars in the 90s really weren't well loved, and that's kind of, when you look at the door sweeps and you go around this whole car, how clean it is, you know that the one and only owner truly loved this thing. It wasn't just a vehicle to them. So we're gonna go to some tight S corners here. I'll punch it. You can hear that little throttle body kick in. You can see the front end lift up a little bit. Real tight in here. We'll go ahead and get into it again. And you can feel the tires pulling right there from the front wheel. But you know, we did the front hood hoist. It was getting a little bit tired. Just like if you had the hood up and it was warm out, it was slowly work its way down a little bit. So we put a new one of those in there, so no worries. The rear hatch stays up. Rear window pops in the hatch. So really, the only thing you might want to do is throw some power window motors in, and maybe charge up the AC a little bit. But it's going to no reserve. It's just a cool, cute little wagon, kind of an interesting conversation piece for people when they see it. It's just a fun bomb around rig. So good luck.